do it. It was like a year ago when Nina was in town. She told me her life story, and it was a very powerful, motivating story that I encouraged her to share with people because it's truly motivating. Most people with her upbringing are dead, on drugs, on the streets, and she's a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer, and a sign singer in Belgium. So I'm going to let her take the floor. And Nina, introduce yourself again, because people have met you before. Nina's a good friend of mine, and I am going to do everything I can to lift her up, just like I do with all my friends. And lost my train of thought. I was going to say something clever, and then it disappeared.
Thank you to have me. Thank you to be so kind with me. So for me, yeah, it's like not common to speak about this. So it's like an open book with you guys. But yeah, I am a singer and I'm a dancer. I am a lawyer today, so I'm kind of realize all of my dreams, and it wasn't easy because yes, my dad killed my mom when I was 8. So I used to live in an orphanage, and I live alone.
You're missing one part of that story that's very vital. Those of you that can't understand the French accent very much, she said that her father killed her mother. And where were you during this?
I was in the room.
So she watched this occur. And that's those of you in child psychologists in the room know that that's a very traumatic event to see. And you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You okay talking about this?
Yeah.
Okay. At 8 years old, right?
Yeah, 8.
So that was her introduction into, and then take it from there.
So it wasn't, easy, but I said to my little Nirina that one day I will make my dream come true, and I will, survive, and I will find the positive in life and meet great people and to pursue my dreams. So now today that I realize some of them, I would like to help people like me that they think that they are alone, they are not at the place that they want to be, they want to pursue their dream, but they don't know how to do it, or they feel alone. Because, I don't have, I grew up without parents. I had to educate myself. So I learned a lot, and now I am in I see the life differently than before.
Okay, so we're going to take a brief intermission just to show you guys the beautiful location that we are in. I think the best way to proceed from here is just kind of like a question and answer, kind of like an interview. So, your father killed your mother at 8 years old in front of you, in Belgium, right?
Yes.
And then, what happened? Did you go immediately into an orphanage?
Yes, directly.
And what was an orphanage like? Because people that haven't been in these kind of situations don't know what it's like. I myself grew up with foster kids, so I know a smaller scale, a little bit, but what was it like? How many people were in the same room? Are you okay? Is this too much trauma?
It's not easy to speak about this, but it's also about the language, because I have a lot of emotion in that. But I will try to do my best to explain. So in orphanage, it was difficult because I didn't grow up with my sisters. I have 3 sisters. We were separated, and it was difficult for me to lose my mom because I was so close to her. So in orphanage, they have just one educator, one teacher, you can say this like this, for maybe 15, children. So we don't really care about us, you know what I mean? It's like you have a schedule to follow, you can, play, do your own work, and that's it. You don't really have the space to speak about your feelings and to speak about how you feel. This is the reason why I started to write songs and to write my poem to express my emotions, because I felt alone and no one to speak with. So
did you bond with the other girl? I'm assuming it was all girls, right?
No, it was mixed, but I did a lot of different orphanage because I was a little bit difficult child.
Well, with the story that you just said, I think I would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
It's very common for kids to act out with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was lost, so yeah. And I used to, like, you know, be this kind of child that you are in your own world, right? You know, trying to write, to sing, to dance. It was my refuge, if I can tell this like this. Like, it was the place that I feel really me. I felt really me, you know.
When you were singing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like, you know, I didn't like think about what's happened to me when I made art. It was my way to express myself and to feel, you know, alive, and without thinking too much about how I will survive, how I will, you know.
Okay. So, and did it become your little family, or were you just truly felt like you were kind of alone, like the other kids?
Some kids have had their family, so.
No, I mean, did they become your new family, or did you feel like you didn't get very close to the other kids?
We no, it's it's like it's like a jingle.
Jenga? Like the game?
No, jingle is like, you know, it's the lion who wins.
Oh, it's the jungle.
Jungle.
So it was survival of the fittest.
Yeah, it's like more you are, like, you know, brave and take your place.
And you were probably a cute little girl, so you got picked on a lot, right? By the other girls, maybe, like picking on you, like bully.
No, I'm not a bully.
No, they bully you.
No.
Did you beat them up?
Depends.
Did you learn to fight in there?
I learned how to respect myself for sure, but yeah.
Okay. And then, in this probably occurred, you probably stayed in what we call the system until 18?
Yeah.
And then what? What did you do then?
So because it was difficult for me to live without my, you know, my mom, I did a lot of different orphanage.
So you kind of moved from place to place.
Yes.
So, Justin, how did you feel when she said that it was difficult for her to live without her mom? It was difficult, but you are trying to remove these children, your children, away from their mom life, Cora. Did you just listen to this interview, Mr. Justin? It's very difficult for children to live without their mom. You are trying to remove children from Cora, who is their mother, and you are interviewing this girl. How does this girl interview? I hope it's not touching you. This interview does not touch you. I hope after this interview you will have a rethink and let Cora be in the life of these children forever. Listen to this interview, guys. It's so touching. This man does not even feel remorse about the interview. Ah, Jesus. Continue watching, guys.
Which is hard on a child because you never get that sense of stability, structure, safety. So that's a lot of trauma on a child.
Yeah, I think I did like 8 different orphanage, 8 different schools. So I never had the stability. This is the reason why I felt like alone, because I didn't have enough time to build, you know, a community, if I can say this, you know, a family or, you know, friends, and that's it. Yeah. What's happened?
Somebody said any baby plans for the both of you. Guys, we're friends. There's no babies. We're friends. Like, this is an interview to really just tell a very motivating story, because a lot of people have overcome a lot of things, and, you know, myself included. And when I hear stories like this, it makes me have gratitude and be grateful for some of the hardships that I've had to overcome, because in reality, it's not nearly as bad as losing your parents at 8 years old. So it really puts your own life into context, and really makes you grateful for what you have, and that's why I'm motivated to share these kind of stories, because it always puts, like, your own life into context on how much can you achieve and overcome, because other people have far worse situations. Because I don't know what it's like to be raised without parents, because I have amazing parents and siblings, and I had structure and stability. Would I be able to do the same kind of thing that she has, and the same? Probably not. I'd probably be in jail or dead, honestly.
Is he really comparing himself to the father of Nina? He said if you do that, you probably will be. They don't even allow your mind to tell you that, Mr. Justin. You know.
The case of a lot of people with who I grew up with, you know,
Right.
they don't, yeah.
And like you were telling me earlier, you say they actually take their own lives.
Yeah, sometimes it's happened because it's difficult, to be in this kind of way to live. And for me, you have two options. You let the trauma destroy you, or you use the trauma to become more, more strength. I mean,
yeah, no, for sure, and absolutely, and many of you guys know my own story and the trauma that I've been through in the last couple years, and I will say that I'm so thankful for all the bullshit that I've had to deal with, because I'm going to be a better father, a better man, a better husband if I ever get married again, a better thought leader, a better doctor.
Be a better father and leave Cora alone. Let Cora be. It's a lifestyle. You know Cora lifestyle before marrying her. That is all we are begging you, to leave her alone. Tell your minions to leave Cora alone. Cora have her own lifestyle. It was because of that last lifestyle that Cora have that make you to fall in love with her. But after divorce, you are now trying to tell your fans that you never liked the lifestyle. Eh, Mr. Chirubega?
A better person, because hardship builds strength, or it destroys. It either makes you stronger or it destroys you, and it's all a choice on how you choose to deal with that trauma. If you go into victim mode, which I have gone into victim mode for a little bit, it's a natural thing, and you just be like, poor me, it's gonna hold you back.
Yeah.
And I was there for about a year and a half, where it was just like, what the hell? Why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? And over time, I started restructuring my thought process and being like, this is making me a better human. So that's why we're kind of talking about these stories. But anyways, that was a side topic, a side thought based on somebody saying, when we having a baby, because it's like, come on, guys. So at 18, I'm trying to paint this picture. 18, you're out of the orphanage, you have no family, and you're just thrown out into the world, or like, what's the next step after 18?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't 18. I lived alone since I have 16.
So you were out of the orphanage at 16?
Yeah.
And then
I live alone.
So you had your own apartment?
Yep.
So you started working?
Yeah, because, I am a lawyer, so I had 2 degrees in law, both. So I need to pay my study. So I worked in the same time I study since I am 16.
So at 16 years old, you're in college?
Yeah.
So you're smart. Okay. So at 16-year-old, you're in college, you're working. What'd you do for work?
For this, I am lucky. People try, I was in an agency, modeling agency, so I started to dance. So I was paid as a dancer, model. Yeah.
Well, it's nice to be born beautiful.
Okay. It wasn't the case. I was big before. I didn't tell you.
You were bigger?
I was big, and I had to see the doctor because they give me a lot of medicine to lose weight. I was big, really. I couldn't see anything. It was like a sickness.
Oh, it was like a thyroid problem or something?
Yeah, I had to go to the doctor each month to lose weight. Yeah.
Was it the thyroid?
No, I don't know what it was.
Okay.
I just like to eat. That's it, and I always like
people in depression, they get their ice cream and scoop it up.
It was before when my mom was there. I always liked the food,
Well, I've been fat before too, so it's okay.
So you understand, I was fat too.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. I think at me for like 31, I was a little on the fatter side, but anyways. Okay, so at 16, you're going to school, you're working as a dancer, model, and all by yourself, right? So you had nobody to, like, if something bad happened.
I mean, I have a friend. I'm lucky to have this, and I have sisters also.
But if like for some reason you lose your job, you can't pay rent, where do you go?
We don't think about this because we don't have a choice.
Exactly.
That's it.
That is the best answer possible. When your back's against the wall, you have 2 choices: give up or continue forward.